hot and bubbly smile, lifting up the load. Sweet and helpful, got that cheer. Every friend all year. Witty spark and endless laughs, always bringing near. Heaven, soul of soul, sailing wide. Oceans calling true. Travel far and score. Travel far, discover more. Seas that sparkle blue. Cruising waves, the breeze in hair. Trail without a map. Mom and family side by side. Take another lap. Oh, my land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, my land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same.
Well, what do you think? It's a little something I was working on. I'm playing around with the Suno AI music. Liking this song. There is a longer version video coming out, probably in the next few days. I've got it done. I just forgot to download it to my computer. So that'll be in the next few days, or maybe I'll save it for next week. But it'll probably be out in the next few days. I did another song video, and I will share that one tonight because I did get it uploaded. I just been playing around, just trying some other content. I played around a lot of songs, for my channel. Of the ones I've done, that one's been the catchier one, and it's like I'm going to stick with that for now until I find something I like better. But I think that one's going to stick. I would have liked it to have been maybe a little bit longer, but Sorry, Callie's barking. Son's girlfriend just came home from work. And let's see, check out our chat here. And then I got one friend in the basement. I think another one's on their way. Nick was in early. He said that flight that crashed in Toronto was the same one that he took last May, when V and Steve and I went and picked him up. I really feel for that people. That plane was cramped, and I couldn't imagine crashing in that thing. Well, it was a blessing that nobody was really seriously injured. I think there were still 2 in the hospital. 80 people walked away. And I was working on a project, I did come across the pictures of Nick arriving at the airport. And I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if that was the same plane, because it was close to the same time of day. And I don't know, when that plane finished, it was upside down, and I was just trying to picture big tall Nick hanging upside down in the seatbelt of the plane. And it's like, I just couldn't imagine that, and I'm just thankful everybody survived that. Danny says, see you soon. I said something new coming. We got Georgianne in here. And Danny says, love this new song. Just one second. I'm going to close this door because they're chatting downstairs and I don't want it in my background. You go downstairs. I'm trying to do a live stream here. Let's close the door tight. Keep them up. Those 2 are in the living room. They can deal with the dog. Love the new intro. Love it. Love it. Like the new song. Hey, Roxanne saying hello. Hello, Roxanne.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Just playing around with music and just trying to do some new stuff. Um, yeah, Georgianne saying hello to Roxanne. Wave hi. I know
Hi, everybody.
I have a message that B said she was on her way, so she'll probably be joining us in a little bit. This week is favorite things, celebrity edition. We'll talk about
Ooh.
celebrities. We'll get to that. I did want to do some housekeeping stuff first. Which one I'm going to do first? Last week, had a productive day, cleaned my shelf and drawers in room, 2 bags of clothes. I'm still puttering around through drawers and stuff. I got a pile of stuff in the hallway of bags and stuff to go to Goodwill or something, and I keep adding to it as I was going through stuff. Okay, went back downstairs. Last week, I enjoyed last week. It was fun. We surprised Liz from Carnival Cruise Addicts with a birthday surprise for her a few days before her 50th birthday. So that was fun. The girls chat, which is going to be a monthly thing, our girls chat. It was a bit emotional because, well, we know Liz is a little emotional, especially when people do nice things for them. So I knew that was going to happen. I apologize for ending abruptly last week. Liz had stuff going on in the background, so she could only give us an hour. So I was sticking to the hour. I had stuff going on in the background, and that was kind of upsetting me, but I'm trying to do my live stream. It was nothing to do with YouTube at the time. And then there was a comment or two came up in my chat that kind of triggered me, and I just wanted to get done. So that's why it's at 7:00. I cut her off. Done. So I wanted to apologize for being kind of abrupt. Okay, that's it. We're done. So I don't know if I want to do my one video first or we got somebody coming up in the. I see a screen. I see a person. Hey, hi, how are you? Well, yeah, never guess who's here.
Oh, Mario. Is it Mario?
Nope. It's somebody that loves green hearts.
That would be the.
It's my
Hello, beautiful people. Cheers.
Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
I made it home.
Made it home. Week's almost over. Cheers.
I'm drinking my carrot juice. Yummy.
Cheers. I'm just drinking water. My crazy sister V, says Danny.
Danny D's in the house. Hello, Roxy. How are you doing?
I'm going good.
Good job. Were your ears ringing?
I don't. Mine or hers?
Hers. Because
Maybe.
somebody asked me, why do I have a green bracelet? And I said, well, it's from my friend Roxy, who's the biggest adventurer I know. And I asked if their grandparents are adventurers. He goes, I'm not sure. I said, well, do you see them all the time? He goes, and I said, then they're adventurers. So yeah, sorry, didn't mean to take over, but
Hey, no.
That's
no
okay.
We got time. I assume we got time to go early or go longer today because I know that Scott's still out on a cruise, and I didn't see anything about him doing anything tonight. So I know he's got something on Saturday. So check that out on Saturday, folks. I think he's going live something, I think, with John Heald. I think there's a Q&A or something. So
Yeah.
I'm watching for that on
They're
Saturday.
going live. Yes, one day this week on the cruise they're going live.
I can't wait. I
I
love
think it was
Johnny.
Saturday.
I think it's Saturday or maybe it's Friday. Danny, can you check that out for me?
I have a question.
Sweetheart? Yeah,
When I retire, can I take John Heald's job?
I think we should.
Like, I could see it happening in 20, 15, 20 years. I could do that.
No rush, Danny. Just, when you get a chance to check out when that
Georgie,
live is, you can drop that link in here.
is Nick here too? Hi, Nick.
Nick was
Hi,
here earlier.
Georgie.
That was the same plane that he was on.
I know he sent me that, and I was freaking out. I was like,
I just, like I just said a moment ago, oops, got crumbs on me, that I was working on a project today, and I was looking through the pictures of when we were picking him up at the airport,
yeah.
and I just crossed my mind. I was like, wait a minute, he came in from Minneapolis. Was that the same plane? Was that? I couldn't imagine him being tomorrow night. Yeah,
When he said that, this was my hair.
yeah. I just, it was just kind of like tingled up my spine.
I was like, thank you, God, for protecting our friend Nick.
So, did you catch my new intro?
No, I have to watch it right now.
Well, here, hang on. I'll play it again.
Yes.
It's a minute 54, and then I'm going to play another video I did. So, ready?
Yeah.
Spoil mama on the go, lighten up the road, caring heart and bubbly smile, lifting up the load. Sweet and helpful, got that cheer. Every friend all year, witty spark and endless laughs, always bringing near. Yeah, shoulder to shoulder, sailing wide, oceans calling true. Travel far and stroll, travel far, discover more, seas that sparkle blue. Cruising waves, the breeze in hair, trail without a map. Mom and family side by side, take another lap. Oh, my land, take us home where the wild winds blow. From Canada to distant shores, with love we'll always go. Oh, my land, light the night, guide us with your flame. With your spirit, we are free, never be the same.
I love it. I love it.
Ew.
There is a longer version of that song that I did a bunch more pictures, video, what to. I just didn't get it downloaded to my computer because I was going to play it.
The song is catchy because I'm singing along.
It is. It is. It's really catchy. I did do another one today. Just playing around with another song that I made, and it's kind of catchy. It's more Canadian pride. So I gotta share screen.
Cheers. That was a wonderful one.
Share screen, Windows. Oops. I'm gonna put that up
Vitamin
there.
A.
Yeah. Share.
I put pickle juice in here. This would have been good with pickle juice.
Ugh.
Oh,
Here we
yeah.
go.
Oh, this is heavy rock. I love it.
In the breeze so grand, mountains tall and rivers so wide. From coast to coast, we'll take a stand with hearts of gold and northern pride. In the chill of winter's frozen breath, we find the fire to light the way. Through every storm and every test, our spirit shines like break of day. Oh, Canada, we stand tall. With every beat we hear the call. True, though strong and free for all, our country's night will never fall. From the fields to the city lights, we dream in red and white so bold. Our spirit rises through the nights. In unity, our tale is told. In the whispers of the ancient trees, in the waves upon the seas embrace, we find our truth and destiny, together strong in every place. Oh, Canada, we stand tall. With every beat we hear the call. True, love, strong and free for all. Our country's night will never fall. Never fall. Oh, Canada, we stand tall. With every beat we hear the call. True, north, strong and free for all. Our country's might will never fall. Oh, Canada, will never fall.
Love that. Nice. We're gonna have a pickle for that.
That was my project I was doing today.
That's my round of applause.
I've been doing stuff for my channel, and I was like, okay, let's do some random songs today. It's like Canada Pride. And then,
Was that, at the end, was that Banff, Alberta?
the last one, it has the mountain that almost looks like a heart shape
Yeah.
in it. Yes, that's Banff. Actually, the last couple
That's
pictures
on my
were Banff.
bucket list. Is number one on my bucket list. Number
The last
one.
couple pictures were Banff. The one is downtown Banff. You've seen the building on the one side, and then the mountain when you're coming up to Banff. That
Love you too, Candy.
I love the mountains. I want to go back, and I'm doing a lot of serious thinking lately of
You wanna go
what travel I want to do. Oh, so that's the video. Okay, and I don't want to do one more housekeeping thing. I'm going to share the screen again.
Jordan.
Um,
Kenny, I'm rocking. I'm always rocking out to music. I should put out my last video. I was in my car. I was just like,
so you see this. And people check out the new or the Helping Hands for Cruising webpage. They have the rock and roll cruises up there. I like this because it's got all the things you can click on. And there is one here for fundraising. And there's a couple other fundraisers going on right now. One is Giving Bean. It's a coffee thing. You can click on here and to learn more and order. And one is Poppin' Popcorn online. And you can go click on that to go order. And with every sale, they get 50%. So look into that. There's a current fundraiser going on. The only thing is, it's only in the U.S. So if you're in the U.S., go ahead. If you're in Canada and have friends in the U.S., maybe they can order for you.
Georgiana is our coffee queen.
Was lots of flavors of popcorn. It's an incredible selection of popcorn. So I just wonder, you can look at. There's the merch shop is there. And you can see it, that's all the different merch. Oops. Yeah, back on that. You want to learn more about, oh, you can look at more about the board. And it talks about people on the board, all kinds of different stuff. So check it out. The or the rock and roll cruise. You can learn all that too. Thanks for dropping that, Danny. Don't rock too hard. Don't want you to pull anything. Come on. That. So tonight we're talking about favorite things, celebrity edition. I'm just trying to go through, think of what celebrities I like, what I admire.
Okay, so what is happening with Ryan Gosling and Blake Lively? Like, what is this thing there with our friend? Shake it off, Tay Tay. I don't get it.
I don't know, but I just kind of briefly. I was looking at some other celebrities I like, but then I kind of went through and like a list of Canadian ones. It's a handful of Canadian celebrities. Or if they weren't born in Canada, they've been in Canada since they were a child, or they're Canadian citizenship, or they have dual citizenship because one of their parents is Canadian.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy smokes. It's hard to believe that a lot of talent came from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at Ryan Gosling and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, was it Reynolds? I don't know.
Both of them, both Ryans. Ryan Gosling was born in 1980 in London, Ontario. Ryan Reynolds, I didn't look up the date, but he was born in Vancouver, BC. Seth Rogen, Vancouver, BC. I kind of looked at this next one because it said Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He wasn't born in Canada, but he's considers himself partly Canadian because his dad was born in Nova Scotia. So you've got Jim Carrey, you've got Donald and Kiefer Sutherland, Pamela Anderson, Justin Bieber, Drake, Michael J. Fox, Mike Myers, Dan Aykroyd, William Shatner, Celine Dion, Nina Dobrev, Matthew Perry, Jason Priestley, Michael Bublé, Bryan Adams, Corey Hart, Neil Young, Kim Mitchell, Mark Wahlberg, Howie Mandel, Shania Twain, Wayne Gretzky, Robin and Ellen Thicke, Shawn Mendes, Nelly Furtado, Dan Levy, Michael Cera, John Candy, Bret the Hitman Hart, Leonard Cohen, Russell Peters, and that's just a handful.
You forgot. Oh, was it her name? Anne Julie. She's like the new hot thing right now. But she was popular like 20, 30 years ago. But she stepped away because she wanted to be true to herself and her mental health. And I was like, she is a star.
That's just a handful of Canadian, or ones that consider themselves Canadian.
You got the Sticks. You got Luba, Glass Tiger. I'm still in my head. I'm like,
oh, well, on
April
my thumbnail, I did have Shamar Moore because he's one of my favorite actors, and he also he had his baby girl clothing line, and all the proceeds from that went to multiple sclerosis because his mom had multiple sclerosis.
Yeah.
The other picture on my thumbnail is Glass Tiger.
Oh.
And if you don't know who Glass Tiger is, that's a Canadian rock band. You got to go check them out. I did
They're
get
worth the try. They're worth the listen.
F-18s are training pilots out in Cold Lake, Alberta.
Yeah, Steve can tell you all the pilots now. Canadian pilots.
Well, I've met some of them, but that was years ago, so that's changed since then. Back in 1983, I got to meet the current Snowbird pilots and
I'm putting the
crewmen.
I'm just putting the pickle juice. I just need extra salt.
Yeah, celebrities don't have to be actors. They can be singers. They can be
My favorite
Scientist.
celebrity is Jack Layton. I'm just putting it out there, but he's passed away.
Oh,
He was still my favorite. God, that was loud.
Jack Layton, that man was incredible. Rest in peace. I was so sad that he passed, and he passed when we were on our trip to Alberta in what year was that? Was that 2011?
I'm not a political girl, but when I met that man, he ignited a spark in me, and I was like, I think I need to listen to politics.
Yeah, I wasn't
Because I was just like, this man was the people incarnated into one person.
Yeah, we were on the second leg of our first trip out west with the kids to meet my birth mom. And we got to Edmonton, and because we started in BC and then went to Edmonton, and we were staying in the Radisson Inn. And I remember seeing it on TV that he had passed. We knew he had cancer, but that's when it's when you know that's a famous person, where you were when they passed away. Like, where were you when Elvis passed?
I wasn't alive, but I'm sad that he passed away.
Where was I when Elvis died?
Yeah.
The day before, I was at Elvis's place on a church bus.
No way.
Yeah, we were on our church bus, and we stopped, and he came out, and he would sing with the church choirs. But they said he's not coming out today. So we stood there, we stayed about 10, 15 minutes, took our pictures and left because he wasn't coming out. I got home. My mom called I was home the next day. Mom called, "Are you listening to the radio?" "No." "You got the TV on?" I said, "No." She said, "Turn it on." I said, "Why?" She said, "Elvis Presley died."
No.
It was a heartbreaking. I mean, I always wondered if he had came out of this house, would he have been alive? But I heard him in my dreams, "No, darling, I still would have died."
We were on a family vacation up in the Gatineaus at my uncle's family, his great aunt's or his aunt or great aunt's cottage, and I was sitting painting. I think we were painting rocks or some weird thing. I don't know. And I was sitting there painting. The radio was right here. There was a beautiful picture window here, and you could overlook Lake Gatineau.
Nice.
And hearing it on the radio, like right there beside me.
God.
And we were kind of shocked, like, what? What?
Yeah.
It was like my mom said, my mom was at the beauty parlor the day JFK was assassinated.
It's like the day that the lead singer for the Tragically Hip passed away. I remember I was in the drive-thru and I decided to put the radio on, and I was just
Gord
like,
Downie?
I couldn't do nothing. I was just like in shock. Mr. Gord Downie, if you don't know who that is.
Yeah, I was in my room, and I wasn't a hip. I knew their music stuff, but I wasn't a big hip fan. But I was in my room listening to the radio, powering around doing something when I heard about John Lennon.
That must have been shocking.
It's just like they may not have done great things, but celebrities do make a point in their lives that, especially if they're a celebrity that not only acts or sings or something, but they also give back to their community.
That's exactly it.
And another one I like. I don't watch a lot of his acting, but it's Keanu Reeves, another Canadian.
Steve said that when you were listing.
Yeah.
I was like, sexiest man alive in Canada.
Fun fact, he wasn't born in Canada, though.
He gives away most of his income.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he still lives very modestly.
Yeah.
He doesn't have millions because, well, maybe he does, but
He's got investments.
He doesn't keep all of his money. He invests or donates a lot more than every other doctor.
He does it quietly though.
He lost his sister to leukemia, so he started a foundation for cancer and kids cancer research and that, and which is amazing because when you donate to the cancer societies, only 4% of that goes to childhood cancer research.
Yep.
4%. And child's cancer treatments, there's only one that brought out in the last 30 years specified for kids. They're getting adult medications.
Yeah.
So, for somebody to donate to that to help fund that research. What else?
Hi, roaming with Ringo.
And another one that does a lot, gives back a lot too, is oh geez, she went just right on my head. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And what on the head? I looked over here because I had the Travis Kelce.
Tay. I love Tay.
Oh, everybody goes, "Oh, you're a Swiftie," and that, and then until I learned, it was like, yeah, her music's okay. I don't mind her music, but then I was like, wow, she's done this and she's done this, and she gave $5 million here and $3 million here, and I'm like, holy crap!
At one point, she was telling her fans to send in a request if they want to go to school, and she was paying for schools, like tuition for people. I was like, wow. I'm like,
I was trying to think. There was another celebrity I thought of earlier, and then it went right into my head, and I didn't write it down. So hopefully it'll come back with somebody else has also done.
my one of my celebrities that I obsessed with is Stevie Ray Vaughan. He was like blind guitarist, Canadian, fabuloso. Like if you don't know who he is, Google. You will be amazed by the riffs that this man used to play. And he died in a plane crash. It was so sad.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember. I can't remember this guy's name. He's a country artist. He's an up and coming country artist, and I forget who he's going to be opening for. But he did a concert recently, and he wasn't feeling 100%. And at the end of the concert, he goes, "I'm refunding everybody's tickets."
What?
He refunded. He goes, "I wasn't giving 100%. You guys deserve 100%. I'm refunding your ticket price." And I'm like, wow, for somebody to do that. And I forget who it is, and he's opening for a big act coming up too.
I would have donated my money to the cause of something.
Yeah.
I would have been like, you know what?
He did donate to his family.
Yeah, but to his fans. But as a fan, I'd be like, you know what? You showed up. You still gave me a concert. I donated to some like a cause.
Hey, Kyle.
Kyle, as I was like, starts with a K.
Thanks for the shout out earlier, Eddie.
Yo, Eddie. Oh, see? Georgianne knows who Stevie Ray Vaughan is. Yay.
Well, there's so many great talents that, they lost their lives when they were still. People like John Denver.
Oh, that's one of Steve's favorites.
John
See this
Candy.
dog?
John
I
Candy.
love this dog, but this dog is being a pain in my butt.
I love John Denver. He's one of my angel guides.
Steve loves John Denver.
He got me through my music class. All the kids were being bad and didn't want to do what they were supposed to. So she said, all right, you've got, it's like 4 days. You got 4 days to learn to play this song on the piano. And it wasn't even piano class. And so I went to church and I asked my best friend who's passed away, I said, show me how to play this with my feet,
Yeah.
So they did. Now I can play any song by John Denver with my hands.
Nice.
Nice. I love John Denver.
I passed. The rest of them failed. She thought, they thought she was kidding. She said, nope, you don't want to sing. You can learn to play the song we were supposed to sing.
I had one of his albums. I can't remember which one it is. But I had got rid of a bunch of my vinyl albums, and that was one of them. But when my friend's dad passed away and we were cleaning out stuff, he had a CD the same CD, so I got it back here to replace that. But and when I went to one of the scouting jamborees, there was one guy there. I can't remember. He was from Canada. I think he was from Canada. Looked identical to John Denver.
Steve, Danny D says, I hear Stevie. I hear Steve in the background. What's up, Steve? Steve is like, Danny, you're too excited. You're like excited like me. He's doing this. He's talking to me. I had a long day. He's taking a cat nap.
He's in pain.
Anybody want a dog?
When I retire, I'll have a school, a pack, a busload. What is it called? I don't know.
He was out, then he came in, and he went back out when she came home, and then they knocked on my door and let him in here, and then he went out again. Then he just came in, and then it's like wanted out. Sorry, that's why I muted. It's like
Pack of dogs.
I'm trying to do a live stream. I'm only 35 minutes into this live stream. This dog's been in and out how many times?
I'm done with the dog, she says. New series with Michael Ann. Done with the dog.
Not my dog.
All dogs go to heaven.
Oh, I've never cried so much at a movie. Land Before Time and all dogs go.
Oh, the original Land Before Time. I have that. Do I have that? Or maybe Nikki has that.
I've
'Cause
never cried so
that
much.
was Nikki. Nikki loved all the Land Before Times, but especially the first one. I think I got the All Dogs Go to Heaven Christmas one. But I was thinking of other celebrities I really liked. And a lot of them come back I've liked since the 80s.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well, I was going to grab the DVDs here.
Steve is asking, is Kevin Bacon Canadian? His name is Bacon. He's got to be Canadian.
Canadian bacon? I don't know. I can check.
I don't know. Got to Google it on your phone, baby.
He's in the movie.
Is Kevin Bacon Canadian?
Steve is talking about a movie called Taking a Chance.
Nope. He was born in Philadelphia. Close to Canada.
Close. He's a Philly boy.
But I was sitting there looking at downstairs. I was like, what actors have I liked for a long time? And a lot of them are from the 80s.
Luba?
No, it's like an actor.
Boy?
Oh, actor. Actor and actress.
This was a big favorite.
Oh, Molly Ringwald.
The Breakfast Club. And they're doing a remake called The Dinner Club, and they're having the same actors in it.
No way.
And is that the one that comes out in May?
Is it just in time for Mother's Day?
But it's got all the same actors in it. But
Nice.
so I was like, I want to see that.
Yes.
And then, of course, you got who you got in here. You have Emilio Estevez, Anthony Michael Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Ali Sheedy.
Yeah.
I think I had a thing for Emilio Estevez because he was also in St. Elmo's Fire.
Young Guns. Sorry.
And that was Emilio Estevez, Rob Lowe, Andrew McCarthy, Demi Moore, Ali Sheedy again, Judd Nelson again, Andy McDowell, and
Sutherland.
Mary Winningham.
Okay.
Steve, you want to say something to Michael Ann? Say it now.
Kiefer Sutherland or Donald Sutherland, they were Canadian, were they not?
Yes.
They're cute. Must be.
Oh, speaking of Kiefer in a minute, but
Movie you made me watch.
Michael J. Fox, Back to the Future. I've seen that, and they all came about around the same time because I remember going to the show time after time after time. Speaking of Kiefer Sutherland,
Young Guns. I told you. That was one of my favorite movies.
I got Young Guns and Young Guns too.
That song is imprinted in my brain. I can just push play and I hear the whole track in my head. Like,
Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Charlie Sheen,
ah, Oh,
Dermot.
Skinny Hot.
Dermot Mulroney. Yeah, but and then also The Outsiders.
Okay, but I have a
Emilio
question.
Estevez again.
Just a running theme, you know. I was at the generation of Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. So.
Yeah.
Corey Haim, cutie patootie.
C. Thomas Cowell, Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio, and I love the Karate Kid. Patrick
Rocky's in
Swayze,
the house.
Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez. I was like, and it was 16 Candles and Pretty in Pink. I thought I had those two.
Alanis Morissette, aka Candy, aka Luba, Spoons,
Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne, Shania Twain.
Yeah.
I was more into music than movies because I cannot remember movies.
Oh, the music and movies in the 80s was my jam.
Yeah.
Then got into the 90s and I got married and had kids and all that, and it's just
Who wrote St. Elmo's Fire? What's that? That producer, composer, Canadian. He has magic fingers.
oh.
Steve was like, shh.
I know.
Same guy that did Tears Are Not Enough.
Yes,
He did the.
David Foster.
That's it.
that's it.
I didn't even have to get into looking at it because I have probably his music back there too.
He did the theme to the Snowbirds.
Yeah, he did also. He's the guy to go. Sonos was probably his brain.
You have like a hair that's going into your food.
Music supervised and scored by Foster. Another talented Canadian.
Who's John Party? Kyle, who's John Party? Music? Actor?
Dances Wolf, Kevin Costner. I love Kevin Costner too. The only one I had a hard, was it that one? It was Dances to Wolves I watched with my ex. Maybe that's why I had a hard time getting into it the first time I watched it. Oh, yeah, definitely Busby, definitely.
Yes. Yes.
Even my kids,
Queen all the way.
when my oldest was in grade 7, we went, his school trip, we went, I forget what else we did, but we went to see the Mirvish Theatre in Toronto, We Will Rock You, which is a musical, all Queen stuff. And I was laughing because these kids are enjoying the music, but all these parents that went along as chaperones, we're just rocking out to Queen. And they're like, the kids are like looking at us and looking at the music on stage and going, But then when we drove out west, I had my one Queen CD, and we played the heck out of that CD. We're just driving along and just rocking out to Queen, and the kids love it. Just like weird things like they love the Breakfast Club, and Breakfast Club and The Outsiders were our favorite movies of theirs from back in the day. My youngest had to read this book for school, The Outsiders. Didn't know there was a movie to it. No, there isn't. Yeah, there is. It's just from way back when.
My generation was Mike Myers, so
Another
they brought back
television
Queen, and we used to listen to Queen, but when they brought it back, everybody knew who Queen was.
Well, there's so many Canadian comedians that came out of SCTV.
Oh, I love SCTV. My favorite Canadian comedy song, These Are the Days I Know, I Know. These are the days I know. Anyways, if you don't know, you gotta know.
Yes, Breakfast Club is a great movie.
It's a classic.
I'm interested to see what Dinner Club's going to be like.
Now that you tell me that, I'm like, it's going to be on my alarm. Bing, bing. It's now at the movies. Let's go. David Bowie. Now that's a guy who pushed limits. I loved it. Labyrinth.
two of my favorite things. Yeah, Labyrinth is one of my favorites, and also the song he does with Bing Crosby
Mm,
is one of my favorite Christmas songs.
yes.
Hey Troy, how are you doing? How is Sandy?
The Lost Boys. Georgianne, you have me having a hot flash with the Lost Boys. Hello.
Another talented celebrity, rest in peace, Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yes.
I loved anything he did.
This is why I say
Anything.
hello, beautiful people. Good morning, Vietnam.
Yeah,
Nanu.
I think there was only one movie he did that I was kind of, but everything else, I've got several of his movies downstairs.
Robots. No,
Jack Black, I'm here, kind of here and there.
I love Jack.
There's a bunch. Most of his I like. There are a couple that I was kind of but we do have School of Rock has been almost worn out on our TV, but kids love that. Yeah, I miss Robin Williams. It was just like everything from Good Morning Vietnam, Dead Poet Society, Patch Adams.
Was it what's the movie with the AI one? He plays a robot. That one gave me shivers because I was convinced he was a robot. I was so convinced.
Yeah.
Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
So many spin-offs came off of Happy Days.
Yes.
Mork and Mindy, Laverne and Shirley, like
Yeah. The 70s was the place. Come on, knock on my door.
Three's Company. John Ritter was a great actor too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he Canadian?
I
Or was
don't
it the
think so,
blonde?
but I'm trying to remember if Suzanne Summers was.
That's what I'm saying, the blonde.
Yeah.
Suzanne Summers. Somebody was Canadian.
John Ritter, Canadian.
Somebody was Canadian.
It was like looking back as like what was it, Pamela Anderson, Baywatch, Jason Priestley, Beverly Hills 90210. Oh, I love Mrs. Doubtfire.
Who does not like Mrs. Doubtfire? Oh,
Partridge Family. That was my parents went out on Friday nights, and I got to watch the Brady Bunch and the Partridge Family every Friday night when they were out.
but I have a question. Mr. Rogers, was he Canadian? Or was he American?
I think he was American.
Yeah. But we had the what is it called? The
Mr. Dressup was good friends with him. That's one thing.
yeah. Mr. Dress Up was Canadian. And what was the name of the giant? The Friendly Giant. The Friendly Giant. And then if you're French, you know who Passepartout is, which is like the cartoon.
Yeah, I heard of it.
Puppets in French.
Love Grown Ups with Adam Sandler.
Oh,
I like a lot of Adam Sandler's. There is a couple that are,
we can't be all great all the time, is what I said. I was like, oh, do you see my face? Oh, I love
wow,
Mr.
that's
Rogers.
cool.
Circle
Yeah.
Square Ranch.
Yeah, we were talking to him about before you came on, what great things he's done, and
Mhm.
he's considered
Mr.
Canadian,
Rogers
but
was
he was actually born in Beirut, Lebanon,
Mhm.
and he's got. I forget what.
But the thing is, where does he live now? Does he live in China? Like,
He's got Asian. He's got. I was looking back at Shamar Moore. Shamar Moore was born in, I think it was like Denmark
I didn't know that.
or something. Or he was born here, and as a
Mhm.
very small child, his mom moved to Denmark. He was raised over there because she wanted to keep him away from the racism over in the U.S. So
That makes sense.
Kiefer Sutherland, where is he? Where is he?
Sexy.
Right there, right
Young Guns.
there.
God, it's my favorite song from the 80s.
But I was looking at some of these guys up, and they look so old now. I was like, oh my God, they are my age.
But we all have to say the best actor, regardless if he was Canadian or not, was in Cujo, the dog. Best actor ever.
I didn't watch any of those movies. That one.
That's how convincing that dog was. I'm like,
Nope. I don't do that kind of movies.
I'm just saying the dog should have won the award.
I watched one Stephen King movie once, and I don't remember, but I just remember it was called The Tommyknockers, and that was all I remember.
I just remember watching Misery and having pains in my ankles and my knees, and that's
I did watch,
and I screamed so loud, and my friends are like, "What?"
Yeah, I watched that one. And that one was just.
I was so invested in that movie, like it was just like.
Okay, that one I don't know.
I don't know. Was that Alistair Abel? I love Saving Abel. That's one of my good favorite bands. But
Who's that one?
Alistair. Let me check. Images.
Alistair Abel movies. Canadian actor, huh? Sausage Party, Freddy versus Jason, Are We There Yet? Dr. Dolittle, Highlander,
It did the Barbie movie, Christmas movie. Hello.
Iron Man, Armored Adventure, Sub-Zero. Wow. That's cool.
He did Are We There Yet? Nice.
I haven't seen Dr. Dolittle 3. Iron Man.
Talia that did this movie. So.
He did Blonde and Blonder. Wow.
Oh, a lot of voices for Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha.
Yeah.
Cool.
He ain't bad looking neither. Sorry, babe.
Hmm?
Isn't that bad either?
Colin McLeod.
When he was a kid. Like when he was a kid.
So I'll say the only Alistair stuck out in my mind. Oops. Yeah. The only Alistair stuck out in my mind was when we were talking about crushes last week. When my mom was a cub leader and I went camp with her, she was helping out another cub pack, and there was a scout troop that was helping out. And there was a scout there named Alistair. It's like,
Nice.
I hadn't heard that name before. That was kind of a cool name. Oh, I just trying to think of other actors, movies.
He's an actor as well. Wow. I don't know. There's a few Canadian gems. Like, I remember when I was in high school and they were like, the only thing we're going to read is Canadian books and stories. And I was like, I don't know if that's going to be good because I'm thinking, Stephen King. I was like, but actually, was it Margaret? What was her name? Margaret Thatcher? I was like, not bad. An author wasn't my favorite, but
Gene and Dare, known for Goodfellas. I vaguely remember Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
I think a lot of movies in the 80s too.
I'm an Ethan Hawke lover. Sorry.
Well, it was back in the day when, the big thing is my parents bought a VHS video player. So the guy that played on my uncle's ball team, they opened a video store. I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't Blockbuster, it was I can't think now. So we had gone there, and my parents bought the video player, and then we used to go frequently, like every other weekend or every weekend, depending what things were going on, and rent some movies. And I'd get to pick out one, they'd pick out one or two. So that was like the weekend thing is, okay,
Yep.
watch some movies. And then Michael Cera, Scott Pilgrim. I hated that movie. My kids loved it and had it and kept playing it over and over. It's like, I hate that movie. But it was Michael Cera in that one. And then later on, as a parent myself, we had DVD player, and when we had Rogers Video, and that's I think I had got behind on my cable. They cut it off. I was like, fine, because I was doing my cable, internet, and phone through one same company, so they cut me off. I was like, fine, and that was a landline, so I didn't care either. So I was like, we could go get internet at one of the coffee shops, cable, whatever. We just kept our Rogers membership, and we go down to Rogers, and sometimes kids wanted to rent games for their PlayStation or whatever it was back then, and other times we'd rent some movies. And Rogers always had good deals when they had movies that they had 50 copies of, but then it's kind of old, so they put the other extra copies up for sale. And I bought so many movies and like paying like $5 for a DVD or $7 for a DVD. I'm like,
well, Michael, let me translate to American. Rogers was the Canadian version of Blockbuster.
yeah, we didn't have a Blockbuster membership until probably a year before they closed. Maybe a year or two. We didn't go there that often. But we got so many. That's why most of the collection downstairs, and I have a bookcase that is probably about this tall. 4 shelves, and each shelf is full from this side to that side with DVDs, and then there's a few stacked on top.
My uncle had told me DVDs are going to be really cheap because there's an upgraded version coming out. It was about 5 years before Blu-ray was out because he had known about it. I was like, wow.
Well, I've had DVDs, and then that player, I don't know, I think kids had one downstairs before they started using their Xbox for a player. Mm-hmm. And then I got a Blu-ray player for upstairs on the living room here. Well, be darned if that thing doesn't want to work. It turns on, but the drawer won't come out.
Oh, darn it. You have to take it apart.
So I did find an old DVD player. And actually downstairs somewhere is the old DVD/VHS player. And I do have a bin that has VHS movies in it, so I don't know if that still works. Should haul it out someday, but I was supposedly going to get a TV after somebody had got a new one, but I haven't seen that yet. But I was going to bring the one DVD player up here. But Trevor says that the Xbox will play the Blu-ray, and they don't use the Xbox that much, so you can bring that up to the living room. And then if I get the other TV, then I want to have it up here so I don't always have to have my computer on to fall asleep at night.
Is Gordon Lightfoot also Canadian?
Gordon Lightfoot?
Yes.
I believe so. I love Busby. We still have 4.5 inches of snow. Anyone wants it?
No,
That's it? That's it?
You want to see the iceberg outside our house?
Yeah. Let me take a picture and I'll send it to you later.
Try 3 times that much. No, thank you. I have
We'll move on to the Pacific until June.
we have like not enough Busby, but I can ship you some. Troy wants to share with you. Well, thank God not our maintenance, but the company they contract with to do salt and snow removal. They shovel the front, but they don't do the back.
Welcome to my problem.
Well, they plow the parking lot, but they did, because there was a couple cars in there, they didn't do up close to my steps. So I had to go down the back steps and then out a bit. Nobody's parked in my parking spot, so that keeps them out of there. But
and it's snowing right now.
Well, my patio, I have a path shoveled from my sliding glass door to the gate of my patio. The other part of my patio was Callie's zone, which I would hate to see when it melts because it's going to be a land.
You're going to have to shovel it over.
Well, I can't shovel it over because there's too many landmines there that I have to deal with.
No. You don't have to deal with it. It's not your dog.
Yeah, but if I shovel it over, it's going to end up in the parking spot that my oldest parks in when they come to visit.
Yeah. But at least, you can find the landmines while you're shoveling.
But Callie, there's a mound in the middle of it. Callie goes around the outside of this mound and does his business. But I'm lazy and I don't like the cold, so it's easier to open the door and say, okay, go out and do your business out there than it is to, I'm going to put my boots and my coat on, my gloves and my mitts and take him a walk him back and forth till he decides to do his business.
I want to know, has Troy gotten any sleep for the past 2 weeks? Because there's been so much snow.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, did you find the blowtorch to melt it all? Because I will pay you to come melt my avalanche.
It's going to be minus 15 Celsius there tonight. Let's see, what am I going to be tonight?
It's my avalanche in front of beside my car is higher than my car.
Dang,
It's higher than me.
we're only going down to minus 9 at the most tonight.
Tonight is minus 22, honey. The cold front is coming in where I'm at.
So
That's Celsius.
we used to get lots of lake effect snow. We've had snow, little flurries off and on since the 2 big dumps last week. We've had little flurries of snow that last like this much snow. But when we used to get bad lake effect snow and we'd get dumped on, but now it seems to go north of us and it gets, from just the side of London to way past you guys and up towards Toronto. And it's like,
I don't know why. It's just like they turn the fan this way and it's always like,
Barrie seems to get the worst of it lately. Barrie Aurelia.
yeah. But it's funny because a few years ago, Barrie was the place to move to. I said, yeah, now there's no more place to put the friggin' snow. I said friggin' people, friggin'. Yes, I'm Canadian.
Wow, V.
Okay, Ewan, I really don't know what to do with it. So my neighbors, like I said, well, in front of there's nobody who lives there. I'm going to start putting my snow there.
Well, I was sitting watching, I don't know, it was a video of the FAA and all that doing their investigations around the plane. And as I'm watching the dump trucks come by hauling off loads of snow, because wherever they're hauling it to, but it's like, where do you put it? Well, it's like in Toronto, like it's going to take days and days because there is no way where to put it in such a big city like that. You can't just push it to the sides because you got no sidewalk.
Well, they just took away the big mountains, like, because when you can't turn left or right because the things are so high that you have to go out. So now it's like an accident risk.
Yeah.
Then you can get hit to the left, and then
you gotta get your nose out here, and the next thing is someone's coming along here, and
yeah. So
scary.
the city has just started now taking some of those piles away. Starting after a week. I'm like, 2 feet of snow is just too much. I'm just saying.
I was feeling for Amy after she did her couple-day adventure to a warmer spot, and then we go back to cold Texas.
She's like, what? I'm in Texas. It's supposed to be hot.
Then I was watching one of the channels I follow, and they are somewhere north of Houston, out in the country, and they're putting up. They have like an open barn with like just a shelter for their cows to go under, but they were putting up the big round bales of hay down the one side to be a wind block, so that
Yeah.
they have a couple small calves in there that they want to keep warm.
Yeah, because they have to wean the calves off their moms to get the milk.
But it's like they were going to. I think they were forecasted to go down to 22 or something last night. I'm like, ugh.
Minus 22 is minus 8.
Supposed to be warm down in the south.
Now, Busby, all I'm going to say is you're in Canada right now. Welcome to Canada, Busby. Busby's like, I didn't sign up to live in America to be in Canada. You know what's it called? America Ocean, what is it called? What did Trump change it to?
Oh, Gulf of America?
Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Well, it's called Gulf of America. That's why the temperatures are going further and further because they're like, Canada's like, oh, here's the cold end.
Yeah, Mexico would be pushing the snow away.
Yeah, Mexico was pushing it. I call it America.
Busby's threatening to move back to Arizona.
I don't think he will.
Holy.
I'm just suggesting Fiji, Bora Bora, Greece.
Hello.
Hi.
There's the gorgeous girl.
There's a look at.
Thank you, Gulf of America. That's what I was going to. Oh, I hear my squeaky voice.
I got to turn off. There you go.
I hear my squeaky
Can you hear
voice.
me?
Yeah.
You sound beautiful.
I can't hear you real good. That's weird. V sounds like she's whispering.
Long day.
What are we all talking about? Oh,
Oh my God, Troy. Seriously?
Yep. It's one of the pictures of Troy sent.
I'll take a picture at work tomorrow, Troy. You'll be like, what? We have half of the parking right now. Half of the parking.
Well, that's where V is.
Yep.
And
Look,
these
it's the
are the
total
ones
corner.
that Troy has sent. Yeah. And Troy is a couple hours from us.
I want to start charging in minutes and making a hole in that and call it an igloo and charging in minutes because it's the only reason why I keep the snow in front of my house.
well, if it makes you feel any better, it's been like 17, 18 degrees. No snow, but we've had in the teens the last couple days. Yeah, it's been cold.
I'll take the teens Fahrenheit any day, trust me.
That's what you find on Google, Busby. Because if you look at back at MapQuest, MapQuest has it as this one.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Busby. I know I'm live, but I'm having a real hard time hearing everybody. So you went on it, I should know by now, 5 o'clock our time, right?
5 Central, yes.
5?
6 p.m. Eastern, yeah.
I've got a heater right next to me.
Troy says
Because
play white noise.
it's that cold. See, I got a heater right next to me.
I'll play Blowing Wind.
Play white noise in your igloo, V.
No, Blowing Wind.
I've got a lot of use of my wearable blanket from my oldest.
Oh, I know why.
It's cold. Can you hear us now?
You know
You're
why?
supposed to put the volume up.
I knew it was coming from somewhere. I was playing the game way earlier last night. Now I got to turn this off.
Technology, people get older, they have more difficulty with technology.
It's okay. There's a lot of things to remember.
And I appreciate you.
I love you too, Sharon. Hey, I can't say much because there's times I'm going, why isn't this working? Why isn't it? Oh,
It was coming from somewhere, and I knew I heard you, but yeah, I have headphones sitting right there.
And I knew it wasn't the voices in my head, so it had to be somewhere else.
Yep.
I'm not listening to them right now.
What was the discussion tonight?
Celebrities, their favorite celebrities, and
Oh, I was looking at not Kevin Costner. I like him, but on Facebook, Richard Gere was on there, and his wife is like 40 something, 33 years younger than him, but he really loves his wife. Yep.
I would love my wife too if she was 40 years younger than me. Just
They
saying.
always come out with them, I'm telling you.
I can't imagine being with somebody 40 years younger than me now. I don't think I could keep up.
I'm like, they can do 50 million push-ups in 10 seconds. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah.
If 40 years younger than me, that'd be the age of my kids. No thanks.
I know. I mean, my oldest, what is he, 41, 42 now? Yep. Hi, V. I know. You're a baby.
My kids will be 31, 29, and 27.
V, that wasn't an insult. You're very, I love you to death, and you're very,
I'm old. I have white hair to prove it, but nobody
very,
wants to acknowledge these little whites.
very mature. But we did plan a cruise on the Carnival Panorama in April.
Nice.
Somebody today actually was asking me to do a royal, and it's the first royal I've gotten. The first of the year, even though it's March, they're sending out now, because it used to be I'd get one free for me and a partial for a spouse.
You're not
Now
doing
I
like the celebration the last week of February next year?
What's that? What?
Mardi Gras, was it celebration, or the other one was called what? The
Are
glory?
y'all planning one?
I'm looking. I'm dreaming.
You look, you dream. You let me know, girl. If
I
you
was
want me
like,
there.
We need them to book.
I'm reconsidering my travel plans at the moment for a while.
Celebration is Carnival.
Yep.
Yep. I was even looking out of New York instead too. I'm like, oh, it's a little closer.
See, that's dangerous, because if we go to New York, I'd have to go see my family in Connecticut.
It's okay. You bring me along and say you adopted a daughter. I'm like, oh, we gotta get. They would shoo me out. There we go.
No, they wouldn't shoot you out. My sister's wonderful. Yeah, they're in Connecticut. Although we took a cruise out of New Jersey.
New
and
Jersey.
we took the train from New Jersey to Connecticut. Yeah.
No, there's Benicia to New York.
Mm-hmm. See, she's
Now
following.
now you got the Sunshine out of Norfolk, Virginia, which is not too much farther.
I know.
Those northeastern states are very,
Maryland.
very
Out of Maryland.
But the Sunshine also goes south from there.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I got some thoughts in my head lately, and I won't say it. I won't discuss it right here because it's kind of political. So
See, Danny's laughing at us. She knows she's in Connecticut. Man, Danny, if I still live there, if I make it to see my family in Connecticut, I'm going to come see you.
Okay, so Danny, I'm gonna call my mom Sharon, and I'll tell her we gotta go see my family. It's been over 40 years.
Okay, V, wait a minute now. I have a comment to make here. V, you're calling me your mom, and you're calling Gary your uncle. What's with
Well,
that?
no, I have complicated family. What can I say? We're very liberal in our titles.
well, so there's some moms that remarry, and then
Yeah.
calling.
I come from a broken home. I had to refix it.
Well, this was dad, but this one's uncle.
I don't
No,
think,
it's because Gary looks younger. She calls him uncle and me mom.
no, because she reminds me I'm old enough to be your mom. I was like, fine, I'm just gonna start calling your mom. Gary just says, yeah, kid.
He's
So I was
asking
like,
if you want a rib.
Oh, I'll take Eve's rib.
Ooh. You went from Adam to Eve?
Oh, which one? It's Eve who gave it to Adam, isn't it?
Adam gave it to Eve.
Gary
Was it
says
Adam that
he
gave it to
loves
Eve?
you,
I
B.
don't know.
He loves all of y'all.
Okay.
Roxy, are you going to Georgia?
Am I what?
Are you going to Georgia?
I live there. I'm going to Helen. Yes.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I'm going to Helen. I have a ride.
Good.
I want to know when
Yeah.
Helen is next year.
Wish you could go this year, but
Yeah. Say hi to everyone for us.
It was originally on my calendar this year. That's what it was. So I'm
We
like,
will make it. We will make it.
that's what I'm
Darian,
saying.
Darian, I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but he was going to do a Helping Hansel cruising video, and he wondered if I was going to be there, and I said, yeah, no, and then he said, well, I got you a ride. And I said, okay, who and where and when? So I got a ride.
Who's your ride?
Not saying.
Okay.
I know. but it's not for public knowledge.
Okay, there's that.
Yeah, it's not for everybody out there to know.
I'm with Danny. I hope
I
it's
don't want
nice in
rumors to
Chicago.
start
in April.
flying.
You know, because my car likes to drive in nice weather. I'm just saying.
Danny, I know you have snow. I talk to my sister all the time, and I know y'all have. It was pretty when it first came down. I don't know if it's still, because it's gorgeous when it first falls, and then
It
it
looks
gets
like diamonds.
It's pretty. It's the freaking cold weather I
That's
don't
right.
want.
But it's good at night because it brightens up the darkness.
well up north too. You get that freaking because they do have all the snow trucks, and hey, do y'all have? Because in Texas, if it ever snows, we don't have the plows and the trucks and everything
my
because
God.
we're in Texas. In Canada, when it snows, do y'all have the snow plows and the sand trucks and do you have snow tires?
Yes, and if you're in the province of Quebec, it's mandatory.
Really? Okay.
But I can tell you, not everybody in Ontario does. And you can see.
I don't know about that. It is beautiful though.
It's an SD card.
It's the S word.
Yeah. When you get the brown from the streets and the slush and the yuck and the having to
See,
shovel it,
that's what
I
I
don't
don't
miss that in Texas. I don't miss that.
That's why I have a pair of, they're called, in French, they're called bottes de poil, which is actually cowhide with the fur winter boots made by natives. But you can't wear it during the slush. Oh, kitty cat, kitty cat, kitty cat. Oh, I missed it. I missed the cat.
Sorry.
I was trying to get the cat.
Trevor came home. He got his haircut today.
Woo!
Comes from home, he was getting his haircut, and he had a long sleeve shirt on, and takes that off, and he's smelling the shirt, and he took his other shirt off because he had a sore spot in the shoulder, and wanted me to rub some stuff on it. And he's like, I'm smelling cat pee. It's like he hands me the shirt. It's like, no, it's not on that one. No, it's not on that one. I went down a little while later. He goes, I figured out where it was. It was on his pants. So I was wondering if I could blame the cat for peeing your pants.
Oh, God.
What cat? Their cat?
Yeah, they got two cats.
And they're peeing on their pants? Or in the laundry or something?
It was either downstairs laying on the floor or it was in the laundry. I don't know where it was,
Okay.
but I'm not sure. You're going to blame the cat for peeing your pants.
Busby, you just wanted to get a better hat. Just admit it. Do I have to send you a Canadian Duke? Or, sorry, an American Duke?
Oh no, I cut my hair today, so
Looks
I
good,
needed it.
Roxy. It looks
It
cute.
looks cute.
Thank you.
I
I was watching a video. I don't know where they were at, but they were in the snow, and they said when my mom was little, she made snow ice cream, and the lady sticking her hands in the snow, pours the milk in the snow, and starts stirring it up. And I'm going, not in the snow. You take a clean pan, you let the snow go in the pan, and you bring it in the house. But I just said, she was
You
demonstrating.
make ice cream out of that?
Yeah,
It's
I
a
never
southern thing. It's a southern thing.
I've
You
never even in
you never heard of it. You take a can of Eagle brand milk, condensed milk, a little bit of vanilla, pour that in your ice cream, mix it up, and you got ice cream.
Danny, I'm
Now, Danny, I'm asking you. You're in Connecticut, had lots of snow. Have you ever made snow ice cream? I lived in Connecticut all my life up till 26. That was a long time ago. Actually, I've been in Texas longer than I was in Connecticut. But anyway, I've never made snow ice cream.
Snow cream. Yeah.
No cream. No, Danny's never made it either.
Even better than that, boiled maple syrup till the point it's getting thick, and then they take it and they drizzle it in the snow, and then they take out like a popsicle stick and roll it up, and it's like a toffee.
That's what that was on the menu yesterday at school.
Yum.
Yum.
I thought I still had maple syrup here. I had a stash of it somewhere, but I made myself some gluten-free waffles yesterday, and I ended up using the end of the table syrup, and it's just not the same.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yep. No, Roxy, your hair looks really cute. Now, look at that. Look at the body.
Thank you.
It looks gorgeous. Where are you going? To Georgia or Helen?
I'm going to Helen.
Helen, you look pretty. What kind of room did you get?
Probably the same one I had last year because I'm carrying Candy. It's a dog room.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, I could have for like $35-40 more a night. I could have stayed in one with a balcony with a dog's room. I said, I don't need a balcony. I saved that $40.
Yeah.
Have you decided if you're going up to the falls?
I don't know. Depends on who the person who's taking me. They're either using my car or theirs. We're not sure yet. So if we use my car, I told them I didn't care. So
I hope you have a good time.
I've been to the falls, but it's been several years ago. I've been to the top of the falls. So, but we used to go to Helen once a year, but we didn't go over to the falls. We did that in younger days when our kid was younger.
I'm telling you, I put on Facebook a picture of me going hiking with my son and my grandchildren.
I saw that.
And okay, I'm not that young, and there was a waterfall there which was dry because Texas we've gotten cold but no rain, and but you have to climb basically these cliffs, and my son was like, "You're not going to do that. You're not going to climb that." Nope. I did for my age. I climbed it, and afterwards I said, "Not bad for my age," and I said it, and he's like, "Yeah, but it was fun to watch."
I can imagine.
It's like I'm on fours, and then I'm laying down, and then I'm climbing up.
3 years ago, me and a couple friends went to a waterfall out near here, like half an hour, 40 minutes away. And I decided I wanted to do the hike down around the gorge and that, because you get down past the one part where they used to divert the water. There was an old hydro dam, and what's left of it is from like 1907. So I wanted to go down there and see that. So I'll get down to there to where you go hike down there, and they have steps, but it's like 75 to 100 steps go down. Not too bad. You stop, take a little break, go down.
That's a lot, though.
The only problem is if you go across the other side, you also have to go back up that many steps. They get to the halfway. Okay, I'm fine.
Michael Ann, I'm right there with you because we were hiking and the kids are running in front of us. And John is in front of me and I'm walking and I'm like, I'm going to do this. But I'm breathing real heavy.
That would be me.
I'm not going to deny that. Okay. I mean, yeah.
I would do it again, but I'd pace myself. Like,
good for you. Michael Ann, maybe we need to do like an excursion like that when we go on a cruise because you still got it. You're good. And Roxy, I got to say, when you were on the cruise, man,
Good.
didn't she go? I mean, she was going all the time.
She outlasted me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can go on a cruise because it's all flat, but get me up one of those hills on my short feet, probably really slow.
you just pace yourself. You take your time.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
the Toronto Zoo kicked my ass.
Hey, we could all go together and go slow, all of us, And Gary, he's
I'm ready
so
for
bad
another
for him
cruise.
'cause he
I
didn't
just
go.
need someone, to share a room with, or we get a family room and share.
We go for a family discount.
I mean, there are rooms that sleep 5 and 6 people if you don't mind sleeping with, everybody and anybody.
Hey, we'd been on cruises with friends of ours, and she, well, God rest her soul, my friend that passed, but she always slept in the top bunk. And but Gary snores, but she never heard him, so it was okay by her. So yeah, if you can do
I've
that.
slept in the same room as Steve when he hasn't had a CPAP with him.
Yeah.
I want to ask Chris Busby, where is Klingman's Dome?
Oh, Cleveland's Dome. Isn't that Tennessee?
Probably.
I've been there, but it's been a long time.
We just get a big room and we put Busby and Steve and Gary all in the same room. They can keep themselves up.
The boys and the
We were on
girls.
a trip one time like that, and both of
Yeah,
them.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Brother.
It's up that way.
That's why I thought it was in Tennessee.
Near Gatlinburg. Okay.
They
I've only
used to
been
have a video up there at Cleveland's Dome, and in certain time of the say before Christmas, they would have to close it because of all the snow,
Wow.
and you had a park ranger that lived up there. But now, with the weather it don't get that much snow up there. It does, but not to close it so early that, we used to didn't open up until like in the March. It was, you had 3 or 4 months there, you couldn't even get up it.
We've only been through Tennessee once, and that was back driving to Daytona Beach and back.
Danny's with us and her mom already. Look at that. Just like, leave the boys to snore in their room.
Yep, I agree. I
To be
agree.
honest, I do snore too.
I
know
snore
I do.
little. I talk sometimes on my sleep.
My husband said I snore, but I don't know if I still do or not, but he did.
Depends
I
how
miss
bad
it.
my allergies are.
Once you get used to your partner or significant other and they snore and they're not there, you're going like, I can't get to sleep.
No, Gary, I'm not going there on live, but no.
I'm just going to say no. Oh my God. Dave,
Some people do get used to it, but Gary is and he's all over the place in the bed, and yeah.
Oh, he's a swimmer on top of it. Wow. He's an
And a healer.
Olympian.
He talks in this. I used to walk in my sleep when I was a kid. My father would be like, "What is she doing up?" And my mother's like, "No, she's good. She's just walking in her sleep." I'd walk and talk in my sleep. Yeah.
My
Wow.
brother did, and my daughter did it when she was a baby.
I know I did a couple times as a kid. My mom found me in the bathroom one time. I was-
Oblivious. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Busby, give my condolences to your wife.
Oh, when we're on cruises, I use earplugs. I agree. I know what it's like.
I sleep with a dog. The dog doesn't complain.
I mean, it's going to sound awful, but when we were on cruises with Chris and family or whatever, even summer vacations with the whole family, not necessarily cruises, Gary would go out and sleep by the pool in a lawn chair because he snored. And they would come out and say, sorry, you can't sleep. Then okay, I don't know. But then how many people are in here? No, then he'd try the bathroom tub. That didn't work either, but
I slept in the tub during chemo, so I know it's possible. It's possible to sleep in the tub.
it is so hard when it's so loud. I mean, you're going to sleep when you need sleep. I
You
get
just
that.
put the fan on and it just
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
And it's weird because on cruises, I don't have a problem. Maybe
Oh.
it's the rocking of the boat.
my
or-
last cruise, I could hear everything in the room that was beside us, which was the electrical room or whatever. Cling, cling, tong, tong. I was like, it took me 5 hours to find my room, and there was still something wrong with it. So I'm like,
I know, V. That was, I know, but you did get that worked out.
no, but the room that I was in, on my side of the room was the electrical.
Are you
Ding,
talking about
dang.
after you moved rooms?
Yeah. I didn't sleep well at all. Well, so Steve says the first week I came back, I would go straight to work. I get home, I'm like, I'm going to bed. He's like, you're just done. I was like, I have to catch up all the sleep.
You know,
I'm all
there's
good.
electrical. What do you mean electrical? What
I
electrical?
can hear the bing bing machines. I don't know if it was tools. I was like, there's always noise.
Were you in the front, the back, or the middle of the ship?
Towards the back. But my room, there was a hallway like this. Like this was our room. There was a hallway. I was sleeping on the hallway side, and there was one more thing beside us, and then the hallway was here.
Okay.
So this room must have been electrical or something, because there was always weird sounds coming in. I was like, God, I'm like, and then I have this one that snores. So I'm like, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it either way. I almost went to the Serenity deck, but my experience at the Serenity deck was so awful because they were fixing something. Ding, ding, ding. I was like, what's
Either that or the chair is moving or something
Never
like
got to the Serenity deck. The one day I was out wandering around doing some video and that, went to go to the Serenity deck. They had both stairways to the Serenity deck blocked off.
Well, they should have blocked it off before I got there because it was so
What
loud.
time was that?
Sorry?
What time was that?
Steve, do you know what time we went? At the
No,
Serenity?
when?
That was late afternoon.
And they were blocked off?
Yep.
Yes, it was earlier. I want to say it was like 11.
No, when I went, it was late afternoon because
No, 9.
I was wandering around doing the video, and I went and I ran into Troy and Sandy sitting on deck 11, whatever, between the Lido deck and the next deck. They were where it was covered there,
I never ran into them. They were just busy people.
and
Yeah, me either.
they were sitting there having a few, and so I sat with them and chatted with them for a bit, and
Having
I know it was before 4 because Henry was serving drinks, delivering the drinks there, and then he had to leave soon and go down to work in the dining room. So I remember that part. So it had to be late afternoon.
Mine was when did they do the fire drill? That day. I was at the spa in the quiet room where the stone. And then next to the bang, bang, my ears were like. So I said, well, let's go to the Serenity deck. And then we get there. We finally find a chair that's in the shade, but we sit. Literally 3 seconds later, bang, bang, bang on metal. And I'm like,
I remember when that was the second. Did we have a second C day?
maybe, I don't know.
Or it was the Progresso.
Maybe it was the day that you went with Roxy to.
Progresso.
Yeah.
And then we came back early and I think that's might have been when I did.
Steve, did you get off the ship in Progresso?
No, we
Sorry?
didn't.
We didn't either.
I met a nice guy. I was from Jacksonville, Florida. I had a nice conversation with the guy and stuff.
And Roxy and I went to the little thing there in the side.
Where's Steve?
Steve was in the conversation with us.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then
okay.
he introduced us to our waitress that was that night.
Oh,
And
okay.
she's like, hey, V and Steve. Steve goes, she remembers our name. I was like, yes.
Fun. Oh, that's so fun meeting people on a cruise that
And then-
remember you. And
She was like, she's like, so what do you all do in Canada? You know, like, you know how they are. And Steve goes, oh, I work in the hospital kind of thing, you know. She had so many questions. And then she goes, wait a minute. She gets the other guy. And the guy was like, I really don't want to talk to this dude.
Well, I think that was over the limit. We crossed the line there.
I think, yeah,
Steve didn't really want to talk to that dude.
no, the dude didn't want to talk to Steve. But Steve goes, hey, if you need information, here's this and give me a call kind of thing and check it out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because he was just like,
No, he wasn't. I don't think he was into it. He checked it online, on his phone.
Yeah.
But I don't think he liked it that his
Coworker
coworker kind of
Talked
said
about his
something
personal
about
life.
his personal life. I could sense that he
So
was
we were
not
like-
happy.
Whatever. And we're like,
Makes sense.
we gave a nice tip.
Yeah,
And
and
just
I
share.
often wonder about that because we've met numerous people on cruisers, whether they were ranchers or executives or this or that. We become real close to them at the beach and for dinners and whatever. But is everybody telling the truth about what they really are, where they really live, what their personal life
Well,
really
this was an employee that, the waitress was talking about another employee.
Yeah.
We're like, we're nice people. So we're like, hey, if you need information, give us a call.
Oh, yeah. I understand that.
And the guy was like, how do you know? Like, he came in like, we're like,
Yeah.
you don't mean no harm.
Right. Well, that reminds me of my mom from Connecticut came to Texas to visit us. Now, Connecticut is they're close knit to their families. They're very close knit to themselves. In Texas, you're outgoing. You talk to your neighbor. If there's
Yeah.
somebody sitting next to you, blah, 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 blah. So we went to a show at an Omni Theater or whatever, and this guy next to me was making conversation, and my mom leans over to me and she's like, why is that man talking to you? What's he saying? What did it? That's the difference in the cultures. I mean, now I'm not saying, Danny, I'm not saying Connecticut people are wonderful and they will take their shirt off their back for you. But they're
more private.
it's not
They're more private.
hospitable and talking to your neighbor.
Yeah.
They'll do for you, but as far as talking to your neighbor, gosh, when I moved to Texas,
I don't have anything. When I
And you're like,
and I was like that. I was like,
no.
why are you talking to me?
oh, what's new with Daryl? Daryl's in chat. Hey, Daryl. Oh, Michael Ann. I know another famous Canadian actor. Daryl.
Oh, right.
Daryl, perfect timing.
Daryl
was in 21 Jump
from
Street.
where?
By the way, 21 Jump Street. If you know, you know.
Now, was that the more recent or was that way back when?
That was way back when.
Oh, way back when all those guys were really hot.
Yeah. Sorry, Daryl. I'm not saying you're not hot. I'm not saying that. I just said I was a fan of the series, so I probably watched Daryl.
I've been a Johnny Depp fan since
See?
back then. Like, woo, okay.
Yeah, even before all the court stuff going on with him.
He's still hot.
Hey, he married Madame Paradis from Paris. I love Mrs. Paradis, so I'm like, she was one of my favorite artists when I was in my teens. So I said, Johnny Depp, you chose well.
Yeah.
That lady that sued him or
No,
something.
that's an American lady.
Yeah, I have some choice words that I can't say.
We know. You're passionate, baby.
We're Canadians. We try to be polite.
She doesn't deserve to be polite. To be polite by Canadians. Okay, I'll stop there.
I'm going to bite my tongue because I'd say something else too, but I'm not.
Yes.
Anyways, folks, I should wrap up.
Oh,
Danny,
Charlie in the
I
chocolate
haven't seen
factory.
it. So
That was a little off.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, I was reading the comment. She didn't like him in Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
I didn't see that version. It's a good thing because I'm
Yeah,
like,
I don't know if I saw it with Johnny Depp.
I've watched it once. Not my favorite. I like the original, but
Yeah, I like the original.
I like the original a lot, so that's why it's like, oh, when it's a remake, I'm always like, oh.
I love Pirates of the Caribbean, even though it's been overdone. Another sequel, another sequel, another
No
sequel.
such thing.
Still like it. He did that. Charlie the Chocolate Factory, what was the other? It's another one he did. He did.
Pirates of the No.
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
No, I'm thinking of. Was it him that did
Benny and June?
was him that did the.
Do I have to pull up his playlist, Bill?
The barber.
Oh,
Edward says no.
no, Edward Scissorhand.
No.
Well, let me just strike. Johnny Depp
I'll take you outside in just a minute, Candy.
Moore.
Even Disney was against Johnny Depp.
He was a barber.
Can't remember.
Sweeney Todd.
Yes. I watched that one, but that was just another one that was a little.
Yeah, he looked a little.
I liked Edward Scissorhands.
I did like that one.
I like Benny and June. I'm just saying.
I don't know if I've seen that one or if it was.
It's cute.
Is that where he was supposed to be like autism?
Yeah.
He was kind of off on it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So was he in Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was Edward himself with the
Yeah, I love that movie. That was good.
With what's her name?
Cry Baby.
Winona Ryder, I think, was in it.
Yes.
You're welcome.
I was just thinking, said the autism, and my brain went to.
Something like that. It was autism or something. Yeah.
My phone.
Went to a different movie, but also now I can't think of it. Rain Man. Loved Rain Man.
Yes.
That was
That
Dustin
was great.
Hoffman.
That was great.
I also loved one of the mentally challenged was Sean Penn in I Am Sam.
That was a good
Oh,
one. I
that
like
was
that.
good.
Yeah.
I think I have that
Great
one.
acting
Actually.
there.
And then what's the big? Even Shawshank Redemption.
Oh my gosh.
I
That
have
was
that.
with Morgan Freeman and
Who was the big guy who played?
I don't remember if I watched that movie or not. I had it.
that.
I think I
played
sold
in Top Gun 2, the first one.
Steve knows more movies. I know more music.
I like the first Top Gun. I haven't watched anything since that.
You didn't watch the last one?
No, I
Oh
haven't
my
watched
God,
Maverick.
my clan.
I
Steve's
haven't
gonna
watched Maverick. No.
He's going to question your friendship now.
I wanted to. There's been a lot of movies come out that I wanted to watch, but going to the show is too
Yeah,
arms
when
and
it's-
leg.
On a cheap, when you buy the cheap Costco
No,
tickets,
let's see.
when it's $37 for two, it's cheap.
Okay, talking about going to the show, I got to tell you a quick story, real fast. So I took my kids to see. It wasn't bad Dog Man. It wasn't Dog Man. It was something
I
else.
have a knife.
Anyway, in the previews, we have a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old. And in the previews, they were showing horror movies.
I remember you telling me that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you told me. No, it's okay. You told me that. I think.
Okay, yeah, they were showing horror movies for these babies. And we were in the right theater where they were showing a children's movie. And I was a little upset. And the lady
No.
behind me came up here and I didn't see her because the theater was dark. And she's standing there and she goes, "Don't you think?" And I'm like, because she scared me. I said, "Don't you?" Or she said, "Don't you think these are scary previews for a kids show?"
Yeah,
And so she went out of the theater and she complained about the previews.
I was just going to say.
And then she comes back and they're still showing them and showing them 5 minutes later. You know how long
They
previews are?
didn't stop it?
10 minutes. So we're still watching them. Camden, my grandson, he's like, "I want to leave." Sky's covering her ears
Yeah.
and we leave. Those are really scary. I'm telling you, when you're showing previews for horror.
Yeah, it's not child. It's like restricted. It's not parental guidance.
Yeah.
Right. So I went out there and complained, and finally they shut it off. But when the kids went home to their dad that evening to go to bed, John said, Camden was really scared, remembering those previews in his head, and did call the theater. The theater apologized massively. They were very apologetic. They wanted to offer free tickets, free popcorn, free this, free that. And John was like, seriously, I don't want the free stuff. I want it not to happen again to other babies and young children at these theaters. He refused and refused and refused numerous times. Again, she was very apologetic and wouldn't take no for an answer. He did say, okay, fine, I'll take the passes. But she was very apologetic. But I had heard that that's not the first time that's happened either. When you're in a kid's theater to watch a kid's movie, they need to be real careful about showing scary previews. That's all.
Oh, we have.
I think I think that happened to one of the channels I follow, and I'm not sure if it was Crazy Pieces or not, and that's the reason they don't go till like 10 minutes before it starts, because they don't want the kids watching the previews.
But don't you guys have rules? Like,
Oh,
you
you're
can't
saying
really have
previews
rules.
before their show, Michael Ann, like commercials before their
Well,
show?
your previews when you go to the show, because they do all the, you know.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And like this channel I follow, they buy their they pre-buy their tickets and that, and whatever, they can select their seats and stuff.
That's
But
what I do.
They don't go till like just before, because you know they don't want the kids sitting there watching previews, because you know sometimes they're not appropriate or.
But that blows my mind, because in Canada we have rules for that. We have strict rules for that.
No,
Yeah, but what if, like,
No, it'll play
boys made a mistake, but they can't make that mistake, I guess, you know? And I feel for their kids that work there. The management was upset, but it was a mistake that was made. But yeah, rules, they,
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd be writing a letter too, Busby. And I'm sorry, I
going to head office.
give me give me a pass and give me food and all that too, because and I don't want it to happen again, or I'd be writing corporate.
They need to let the kids know, the teenagers know that are working there, that, you need.
Yeah, but I have a question. Did he ask to hear a reply from corporate? Because that means she would have had to tell corporate about it.
Oh, he just went to the manager of the theater. He didn't
Go
go
to
to
corporate.
corporate. And she was real sweet. You can't, I'm not on her side. She was very sweet. She forced the this and that, but he's like, I just don't want it to happen again.
But that's what I'm saying. You put it to corporate,
Traumatize the
then
child.
they send a whole thing. Yeah. That's what I'm
That,
saying.
that can be very traumatizing to a okay, I remember when I was a kid, I saw scary movies, and some of them freaked me out as a teenager.
I love scary movies.
I don't do.
I don't know.
I can do thriller, but I can't do horror. I don't do horror.
Gore.
Friday the 13th. No, thank you. I
I
saw
don't-
it once and that was enough.
Friday the 13th is not scary at all.
No, that's slasher, but even slasher movies, I think, get to me.
I love slasher movies.
But horror that has to do with evil and the devil and the
like Poltergeist. Yeah, that was like
Poltergeist, I think, was not like The Exorcist.
The gory things are one thing, but then there's also the psychological thrillers, and that really gets in your head. But then nowadays, I watched Vampire Diaries. It was kind of gory too, and then Supernatural. But now I'm of the mindset it's like I know this is all makeup and.
Yeah, but kids don't know that.
But
Yeah.
no, when you're a kid, you don't know that. That's just scary and gross. And
Even Beetlejuice. One time I had my DVR years ago or whatever, but Cam didn't want to watch Beetlejuice. And there was one scene that came on that was drastically scary when he was little, and he was just too young for it. There's a certain age when they realize reality from,
It's like Bart Simpson, The Simpsons. It wasn't for 2, 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds, people.
for Family Guy.
So, Steve, Tell people what you were saying.
Saw.
The movie Saw. Steve was petrified. I'm like, this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. He goes, "Did you see this movie?" I was like, "No." I just
What I was concerned about is that there's a person on this planet that thinks that weirdly.
But he's writing a movie. He's not taking action.
And I get
but
that. I've
you
never
need to be
seen
a
that.
certain kind of person to think up this kind of torture.
Well, you put that stuff out there, and then some other idiot wants to do a copycat version.
That's
of
what
that.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't
I
put that
don't
in
know
some people's
True
psycho
Blood.
head.
I've seen a few episodes of True Blood. It's
I don't think I've seen that.
It's a
We're
secret.
watching Prison Break now, which is
that is so.
I know
good.
it's old. We're
No,
going
no.
back in time, but it's a cool.
I've watched the series 3 times. I love it that much.
How is it? Or how is it that they make the mind go for the cons? I mean, it's like,
Yeah, I know. You're like,
yeah, you've seen a lot of the series we watch, and that's
I
what
just finished Virgin River. I just finished Virgin River.
you
I love
finished
Virgin
what?
River. Love
Just
Virgin
finished.
River.
And there's one more season coming.
I'm behind because we don't have Netflix.
No, but there is one coming soon.
Oh,
I've seen that.
I was
we
like,
started it, and then we stopped, and then I told Gary because it's not for him, I guess. I watched the whole thing.
It's not one of my faves. I'm just gonna tell you,
Virgin River?
it's like if Hallmark were to have a baby with Hallmark and then be double Hallmark. It was like, whoa, this is double Hallmark.
Yeah.
I have Virgin River and Outlander that I got to catch up on.
I haven't started that. Now that's next.
I think we watched that a long time ago. Roxy, do you watch any series?
Not really.
No. Your YouTube.
Yeah,
Outlander.
well, I used to watch, and people think it's crazy, but I used to watch Little People, Big World, Seven Little Johnstons. I love the reality shows. But see, my Seven Little Johnston, my cousin lives in the same town they do, and she sees them about once a month buying groceries, you know?
Nice.
You know, her kid.
Oh,
Um,
Landman is good,
the
Georgianne.
grandchildren.
Landman is awesome.
Yeah, her grandchildren go to school with did go to school with their oldest. They're all their kids are graduating now.
Let's see if I can get it in Canada.
Well, since I haven't had the cable or the Netflix or all that, or I used to watch some of those too. But
No.
now YouTube is my reality TV. What's going on in this person's life this week?
It's Amy Roloff. All right, Danny, you met Amy Roloff. Was she really nice? Some people say that she's kind of
Who's Amy Roloff?
She's little
little
people. Big World.
from the Little
Oh.
People.
She seems very nice.
I follow not Jeremy, the other twin. The short twin.
Uh,
Oh,
Come on, I watch them all.
It's on Prime. This Landman. It's on Prime. I don't have Prime.
Zach and his wife, they do a
Landman has,
like a
remind me,
podcast.
they do Zach does.
Zach and his wife do a thing.
remind me.
Is it on YouTube?
Yep.
I have to find it because I know Jeremy and his wife have a podcast.
Who's the
too.
actor?
It's
I
all-
know. I'm sorry. We've got too many conversations going on. Remind me who the actor is in that. He's wonderful. Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton.
That's it.
Georgianne got it.
I'm
Thank you.
looking at the little
Armageddon.
pictures. I'm like,
is in Armageddon.
Oh, he is wonderful in that. I like him.
I was doing that with the DVDs. It's like, okay, who was in this one? Oh,
my guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is what's it called again on Netflix? Wait a minute. Love is Blind. Love is Blind.
oh yeah, you're
I
talking
used
about
to
that.
It's my guilty
the,
pleasure.
Y'all remember the show The Duggars? She had all those kids. Jill Duggar had a car accident this week, and they said she died, but she didn't die. Just she had a very serious car accident, a car totaled.
Oh, cool. I catch stuff here and there of the girls, because they have their own little things on YouTube and that. I've seen a few things here and there. But I really kind of gave up following them.
Well,
I want it.
no. You're going to lose appendages.
I want this.
No. Because I'm scared that you're going to use it on me when I'm sleeping. If you want to know what Steve is looking at, you got to email him.
That is cool.
Send that to Busby.
Oh my God, Busby.
I was like, whoa.
I don't have to email them. we got
Paul! Wait a minute. Sexy voice Paul is here.
Yeah.
Do you hear? Hello, Paul.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I can hear his voice. I can hear his voice right now. Paul, sing us a tune, Mr. Guitar Man. Sing us a tune.
Danny,
tonight.
maybe we need to go to one of those little people, big girls conventions where all the short people, men are.
Well, tell Meg we said hi. I haven't talked to her in forever.
Danny, it's a little scary what Steve's looking at. I'm a little fearful.
Oh, come on. You're making me sound like a
I need a hobby. I got a hubby. His name is Steve. That's my hobby.
I sent it
Be
to
looking at it. Never mind.
My hobby is I pick up my ukulele and I can just go, drang, drang. I still can't get the notes right. My brain does not associate no more for
I
music.
don't know if Trevor's ukulele is up here or downstairs.
But
I watch a couple called the Ukuleleums or Singapore actors, and she learned to play off YouTube when COVID hit. Her husband already played the guitar, the piano, the ukulele, that guitar ukulele combination, whatever it's called. He played all that, and they're actors, and she plays, and they're on Twitch.
I can play spoons. That's pretty much it.
Trevor learned couple. He learned Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Well, hey, put the wine away.
I
Do
forget what the other one was.
Did you say wine? Wine?
The ones I like to listen to every
derived.
the ones I like to listen to every so often on Friday nights.
Obviously, we're playing poker tonight.
Wait a minute, okay?
Ava Potterfield and Friends.
Yes.
Ava and Doug. If there's nothing on, then I'll put that on there and listen because they get into the jet.
I used to watch that at work as a replay, but I lost my
Really tired.
social media, so I can't.
You're not ready to go see Daddy, are you?
Don't you dare tell that to Miss Candy.
My to-be daughter-in-law walks in, and Gary goes, "Man, it's cold out there, isn't it?" And then he goes, "At least you're wearing clothes," because usually she's in shorts and a t-shirt.
Well, I hope she's wearing clothes.
Hey, are we playing poker tonight?
We are.
I have to do virtual poker with you guys, I swear.
Oh my God, that would be.
You would put cars in front, and I'd be like, all in, not in.
I know you need to be online while you're playing poker with us. When you're playing poker.
Some of our hands are just insanely crazy. I think it's just family tonight, though. Just them and my other son and John.
Steve, Danny gave you a warning.
Wow.
Laugh out loud, Steve. I got my eye on you right now. Laugh out loud.
I've just been having an itch to go to the casino. It's nuts.
Me too, because I didn't get to go on the ship.
Did you see Amy in Vegas?
Don't get me started.
Put $20 in. She puts $20 in. Got $100.
I know.
I can't even get lucky on the scratch tickets right now.
I won $100 tickets, like to get. Right, it hasn't gotten emailed to me yet, so hopefully by then I get $100 worth of chances.
See, if I go to the meetup, I'm going to go to the casino in Miami.
Oh, you bring me with you, honey.
Let's go.
I love the casino.
We don't have to go on a cruise. We could spend 4, 5, 6 days in Miami looking at go to Little Havana.
You guys in America don't have smoke-free casinos. In Canada, ours are smoke-free.
I don't know if they're smoke free at that one or not, but
All of ours are.
Okay, I'm going to wrap up in a few minutes. One thing I want to touch on again is to check out the Helping Hands website, see how the updates on there, and check out the fundraising that's going on right now, the coffee one, through Giving Bean, and the Poppin' Popcorn one over here. There are all kinds of flavors. It's only in the US, so check it out, folks. I wish you could get some popcorn, but not at this time. And Rock and Roll Cruise up there too. And one last thing I'm going to do before I'm going to play my video again.
you were going to play another one and you didn't play it.
Play the
Because I don't have it downloaded, so I will play the Canada Pride one again.
Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Find it
you
again.
did play that one. Okay. Yeah.
Find it again here.
Steve, say bye.
Bye.
Bye, Candy.
Maple leaves in the breeze so grand, mountains tall and rivers so wide. From coast to coast, we'll take a stand with hearts of gold and northern pride. In the chill of winter's frozen breath, we find the fire to light the way. Through every storm and every test, our spirit shines like break of day. Oh, Canada, we stand tall. With every beat we hear the call. True, north, strong, and free for all. Our country's might will never fall. From the fields to the city lights, we dream in red and white so bold. Our spirit rises through the nights. In unity, our tale is told. In the whispers of the ancient trees, in the waves upon the sea's embrace, we find our truth and destiny, together strong in every place. Oh, Canada, we stand tall. With every beat we hear the call. True, north, strong, and free for all. Our country's light will never fall. Never fall. Canada, we stand tall. With every beat we hear the call. True, north, strong, and free for all. Our country's might will never fall. Canada will never fall.
Oh, I forgot one thing. Next week is the challenge week. I want to see your pet photos. Send me a picture either through my email, which is michaelandspoiledmama.com, or through Messenger if you have me on Messenger. Send me a picture of your pet, and then we'll see if people can guess whose pet's who.
Can we send a picture of our past pets? So because too many people are going to know who this one is.
If anybody's looked at my thumbnail for that one, there is a lot of people's pets on there.
I hadn't. I bet I'm on there. So
Candy's on there.
yeah.
But I took a screen or a picture from, I think it was a Facebook picture, but it's a different angle, so it's harder to tell. I think Oscar's on there.
See it.
Callie's on there. Seven's on there. But there's another cat on there that looks close to 7. I won't say whose that is. Anyways, send me, if you're catching on the replay, send me your photos of your pets for next week for the 27th.
I'll send you pics.
And if you're looking at my Facebook, today is my dad's birthday. So happy heavenly birthday, Dad.
I saw that. Happy birthday.
Thanks for
He
sharing
was
my
a great man. That's been 14 years. I'm just trying to find my thing to do my outro. For my outro, I'm just going to play my new intro. So anybody that didn't catch it at the beginning, you can catch it now. Have a good time. We'll see you next week.
Spoil mama on the go, lighten up the road, caring heart and bubbly smile, lifting up the load. Sweet and helpful, got that cheer. Every